Welcome back everyone, it's Alex here, and today we're going to be covering the chapter spoilers for One Piece for the first time on the channel. So if you're interested in watching some more One Piece content, because I will be making some of that on the channel, hit the subscribe button. But getting into the spoilers chapters, which is going to cause a lot of controversy in terms of power scaling of the Gorosei and their Devil Fruit abilities. The chapter starts off with Kuma landing a punch on Saint Saturn after he was about to kill Bonnie, or at least have the rest of the Marines finish her off. Which is such a satisfying thing to see, or really a thing to read, especially after everything Saturn has done to Kuma throughout his entire life, and condoning along with committing so many atrocities. Because pretty much every horrible thing that has been committed by the world government, well, say Saturn and the rest of the Gorosei had a hand in it. So, yeah, you could say that this was a long time coming. Kuma's appearance shocks everyone because you have to think about it, the last time any of the Straw Hats saw the real Kuma, before he became a full-on cyborg and he had his mind wiped, was I think at the beginning of the second part of the series, which at this point in their universe is probably a year ago, but in the world it's been over a decade, which is so crazy to think about. The punch that Kuma landed apparently was so strong, it blasted some of Saint Saturn's limbs off, which reading it at first I didn't really believe, but yeah, it does happen in this chapter. And something I sort of want to talk about that a lot of people have been debating about is if the Gorosei, if they're going to be Imu's right-hand men, like their shadow council, pretty much his voice, the voice of the king of the world, they have to be strong. At least Admiral level, some people are saying even Yonker level, which, I still don't doubt. It's a crazy take, but I honestly don't doubt. But now after seeing this, it's making me really question if they're really that strong, because, they've probably been training for centuries at this point. It's sort of confirmed that they, on some level, have some level of immortality. Or if it's because they have a major healing factor outside of having double fruits, which have incredible hacks, along with having high tier hockey. Which, with them having a healing factor, if that is the case, that is actually outside of their double fruit abilities. Like, they have healing factors outside of the double fruits. That alone, along with having top tier hockey, will pretty much put them along the lines of the top tier characters in the verse off the bat. Because, what do you think about it? We've never seen other top tier characters, with the exception of Big Mom with her double fruit ability, to have a healing factor to the point where, theoretically, as long as she had enough life force to drain with the Soul Fruit, she could theoretically fight forever. Because reading this, it almost feels like, based on this, if Luffy were at full strength and goes into Gear 5, he probably would destroy Saint Saturn. Healing factor aside, he would just, if he just able to keep on pummeling him until he couldn't heal anymore, and it is slowed down so much, then yeah, Luffy could potentially put him down for good. But if we're being real, if a regular hockey-infused punch did this to Saturn, imagine what a Conqueror's-infused punch by Luffy is going to do to them. Yeah, he would absolutely get destroyed. The only way he's beating Luffy if he can last longer than Luffy can in his Gear 5 form before he burns out. But, I guess it really does depend on how Saint Saturn's healing factor actually does work. But let me know, guys, what do you think? Is Saint Saturn the saint of frauds? Let me know. And as all this is going on, Kizaru gets back up and proceeds to try and go after the Straw Hats again. The interesting part about this is he doesn't immediately go after Dr. Vegapunk, which would make the most sense. After all, he is the easiest target out of everyone there. And this could play into the theories of Kizaru possibly flipping sides or just acting the part of an admiral, really sort of going easy on the Straw Hats and kind of half-assing his job. Because we do know he does care about Dr. Vegapunk, and now that he's starting to think about all the good times he had with him along with Bonnie and Senamaru, he's having second thoughts about killing them. And the biggest proof besides not immediately going after Vegapunk is the fact that someone did give Luffy food so he could heal himself, or at least have enough stamina to go back into Gear 5. And if we're being real, the only one who would be fast enough to do it without anyone noticing it is Kizaru. And yeah, the Straw Cats can move again because Saint Saturn got damaged and they attempt to fight back. So alright, I guess we learned that however the paralysis works for Saint Saturn, with his double fruit ability, he has to not be damaged so he can focus on using it. The Marines prepare for destruction of Egghead, so they're probably on the island planting bombs, burning what they can, and will eventually follow it up with a Buster Call, which you don't know is when they take a bunch of ships and bombard an island until there's nothing left. Now, I'm guessing Luffy will likely be able to prevent this attack, or a major plot twist that'll happen that'll throw everyone's really expectations off. I mean, after all, Oda did say the events of Egghead would go on to affect the world and really did shock the world as we know it. And to no one's surprise, Saint Sanders regrows his limbs and recovers, which is pretty wild. And again, depending on how his healing factor works, which I don't believe is coming from his Devil Fruit ability. In fact, my own theory at this point is in the past, the Gorosei, along with Emu, had a procedure done on them which not only stalled their aging, but also made them immortal and granted them incredible hearing. Because you have to remember, the Egghead Island isn't the island of the future, it's the island of the past. Technology in the world of One Piece was a lot more advanced in the past, with sentient holograms and machines that can instantly make high quality food. So, I mean, yeah, when you think about it, the possibility of the technology for immortality and incredible healing really isn't off the table. And they probably used it around the time of the Void Century when the world government was established. And after those events, whatever happened in that time period, that's where technology began to regress rapidly. But let me know what do you guys thought of this spoiler review in the comments section. And look out for my live stream covering the official release likely on Friday or Saturday. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.